And this is a Padlet of everything that we did throughout the year. I am an ELRC 3500 Section 2. First, we created a biography assignment, and this allowed the teacher to get to know us on a more personal level. So we had things about our life, our friends, our family, things we like to do on the weekend, and more personal things to us. Next, we created a name tent, and this was used to help other students and the teacher learn our names faster. And it also had a picture of us on it so that they could put our names and our faces together. Next, we learned the difference between a goal and an objective. So, for example, a goal is something that you want to achieve, and the objective is the actions that you're going to take in order to achieve that goal. These are important when it comes to big goals that one wants accomplished. So, for example, I wanted to get an A in my anatomy class, and so in order to achieve that goal, I was going to study more, go to class, do my homework, pay more attention, and those were the objectives that I was going to take. Next, with a partner, we used Inspiration Map to help us follow the Assure guidelines, and we created a lesson plan that followed the Assure guidelines for kids, and we did that with a partner. Next, we used either Padlet or Padlet to gather ideas for a presentation that we were doing on a project called All About Me. I ended up using Padlet, and I liked my decision because it was easy for me to put all of my information and pictures in one place so that when I went to do my presentation, I already had everything together. Next, we used Digo and Symbaloo, and these are websites that are used to help bookmark everything you use in one place. And I think these are good for students so that they can keep all of their classes and all of the websites that go along with those classes in one place so it's easier to find and more effective for them when they're doing their schoolwork and things like that. Next, we used Inspiration Map to put everything together for a brochure that we were making. Inspiration Map was very helpful because it helped me organize everything I wanted for my brochure into sections and topics, and I was able to put things that I wanted to say on my inspiration map so that when I would go to make my brochure, everything was already there and I just had to copy and paste it. So from that, we made our brochure in Publisher. And Publisher is part of Word, and it is an easy way to make a brochure. You can also make calendars, business cards, or newsletters, anything you want really. And I think this is really helpful for especially people in their future when it comes to trying to find jobs or when you actually have your job, like making business cards or making newsletters for your coworkers and things like that. So next we did a presentation on a mobile app that we were assigned, and I was assigned Poll Everywhere. And this is an app that allows people to respond to polls instantly. So for example, if you're in a lecture and a teacher puts a question up on the board, if you have your phone or your computer, you just type in the code on the website and you're able to upload your answer instantly, and then the answers will pop up on the screen instantly. So it's good for like big classes or big presentations. So I think I would use this in the future if I'm giving a presentation for my job and I want feedback from what everyone thinks. Next, we used Blogger. Blogger is a website that helps people put together a blog pretty much. And so, for example, I did a blog about food because I love food, I love to eat, and I love sharing with people the things I cook and the things I eat. So I think that it could be used in the future for something having to do with my career. Say I wanted to create a blog on nursing and good ways for nurses to be better at their job and to keep clean and just things like that. I think Blogger would be a good website for that. Next, we created an iMovie in groups. I think working in groups was very effective because we were able to all work together and we were all able to all throw our ideas out there. It took us forever to decide on a good topic because we wanted to make sure our topic was good and would entertain the class. So we decided to ask people what the funniest joke they knew by heart was. And in some cases, they were funny, but in some cases, people were like, oh, I don't even know how to think of a joke off the top of my head because we put them under pressure. But I think our movie came out really good, and iMovie is very fun to work with because there's so many different things that you could do with it. And it's just very fun and easy to do, and I recommend anyone needing to create a movie for something to use iMovie. Next, we made we made a website using Google Sites. And our website was all about us, and we had different links and different pages on it. So, for example, one of our pages was about our resume, so it had a link to our resume on it. And then we also put our presentation on All About Us connected to it. And then we also had pages about our future plans, our experiences, our hobbies, and our interests. And we also connected our blog to it. Next, we used our class Facebook page. We used this in order for us to all throw our ideas out there on our final presentation so that none of us would do the same thing. This is an easy way to communicate with your teachers and your classmates, and you usually get fast responses because a lot of people are always on Facebook and getting the notifications saying that someone posted in the group. Next, we learned a little bit about Vocaroo and QR codes. Vocaroo allows people to record, send, and download voice messages. This could be good for people creating podcasts, creating messages that they want to send by mouth instead of type, and it would be very helpful in future careers. And then QR codes are scanned and they bring people directly to the website or app that they are connected to. So you could go to the QR website and type in lsu.edu and it would create a QR code for the LSU website so that when you took your phone and scanned the code, it would bring you directly to the website. Next, we did our final presentation project. We were able to choose anything we wanted to do, and it had to be a how-to project. For example, I did how to make Oreo balls, and this was very fun for me because I got to get into the kitchen, I got to cook, and I got to show the class something that I love to do. Like I said, I love to cook and eat. And so for my final presentation, I used Google Docs just because I'm very used to using it, and it's very easy and very effective way to put everything on a presentation, and it usually goes very smoothly, and it is very easy for the class to read, to look at, and it's just a good way to present something to a large group of people. So for our final portfolio, we used Padlet, and this was a good project because it allowed us to put our entire semester into one place so that we could go back and look at everything that we did throughout the year. I personally like using Padlet because it is so easy for me to gather all of my ideas and have them all in one place, and I don't have to keep going back and forth through Internet, Safari, Google, etc., and everything is together for me, and I can just get to it very easily. And then also, for our Padlet, we use Screencast-O-Matic, which I'm currently using right now, and I like it, but I also am very kind of weird about it just because I'm not very comfortable videoing myself, which you can probably tell because I'm not making eye contact with the camera, but I think it is a good way for people to get something that they need across, especially for like teachers who can't make class. They can record lecture and like post it online for their students to look at if they needed to get information across very quickly. So finally, my final thoughts on the semester. I loved this class. Ms. Debbie, you were a great teacher and you were so much fun. And this summer, I am actually going to Greece in 2 weeks. So I think that's going to be very fun. I've never been out of the country, so I am so excited to go to Greece. And after that, I plan on just working and spending the summer just hanging out and preparing myself for my senior year. I am so excited. I cannot believe that I'm going to be a senior. And I am actually going to be in your class next semester from 3 to 4:30, so I can't wait to see you. Thank you for a great year, Miss Debbie.